It's fine to use propane as long as it's outdoors, and that includes not running that in the garage. And so as you go to different places, convenience stores, other places to get propane, you need to make sure that you get a good bottle. If you happen to buy a propane bottle that has a green or discolored valve in it, you don't need to get that one, and you need to point that out to the people at the store, because it's probably had some other chemical in it besides propane, and it's not a good candidate, and those have been shown to cause a problem later on down the road. So if you're using propane for anything, make sure it's ventilated and outside the structure. Generator safety, again, can't stress enough the fact of reading the owner's manual for the generator from cover to cover. Make sure you understand how it's used, and make sure that you shut the generator down when it's time to refuel it. Give it about 20-30 minutes to cool off. And then while you're running the generator, it's important to make sure you have a UL listed or an FM factory mutual approved extension cord that is a heavy enough gauge, probably a 14 gauge, 12 gauge cord, and that determines the thickness and how much current it can carry. And as you run that cord into the house, you need to put a plug-in on the end of it that will only let you put 5 or 6 other small items, a lamp, a microwave, possibly a radio, charge up your cell phone, that kind of thing. Don't put more than one of those multiversal plugs on the end. And while you're running the generator, naturally your air conditioner is going to be out. You're going to have windows up and screens and that kind of thing. Make sure you put that generator 25 to 50 feet away from the structure, and you need to check the wind every couple hours or so, because you might have placed your generator in a safe location and the wind is blowing the exhaust away. And that wind can change any time, and that exhaust gas can start coming into the structure or the home. So you may begin to feel nauseous, get a headache, or you get sleepy all of a sudden. You need to reevaluate the location of your generator. You might need to move it or stop using it. If you do find yourself encountering those kind of health conditions, you need to move outside to fresh air where it's better ventilated until you start to feel better. And if that goes away in 3, 4, 5 minutes, then it can be safe to assume that you were getting some carbon monoxide, and we don't want that at all.